Okay. I'm hanging out at home, want to go live. All right, we are good to go. Hey, friends. Hey, my speaker friends. It's been a while since I've been live, and I am very excited to be on here to catch up with you all and also to share some important information on why you, as a leader, should be taking the time to refine your presentation skills. I'm Jasmine Haley. I'm the founder of Legacy Scalar, which is an 8-year-old consulting agency, a thought leadership consulting agency, where we focus on leaders, emerging, mid-level, and senior, as well as business executives who are looking to really curate an incredible narrative around their mission, their vision of where they want to take the organization, or crafting their own personal story for their brand so that they can make scalable offers with speaking and training. And we do this with our one-on-one executive coaching. We also do this with our workshops and trainings. And we also host a 2-day capacity building course in Atlanta. Now, I want to challenge each of you, and this is probably not really difficult for many of us, but I would love it if you can kind of draw back to a time where you were at a presentation, a speech, a keynote, a boardroom, where someone was speaking and you, or maybe some of your colleagues, have felt uncomfortable by the delivery of that knowledge and message. Take a moment. Think about where you were. Think about who was in attendance. Think about the feelings that you felt. Were there feelings of frustration? Were there feelings of anger? Were there any feelings of, you know what, I have better things to do right now? I got to get out of here. Was this necessary? There's so many things that kind of come up in situations where the delivery of someone's message isn't landing in the way that you expect. I actually can think about some times where I've been in the room and the message that's conveyed is one that doesn't feel safe for me. As a woman, as someone that deals with difficulties and challenges, as many of you also deal with, the last thing you want to feel is uncomfortable when hearing a message. So I'm going to share some key points with each of you on why you, as a leader or as a business owner, need to start refining your presentation skills right now. Not when you get the promotion, not when you think you're ready to add speaking and training to your business, but at this critical moment where you know that speaking or sharing your voice is a vital asset for your growth, you need to refine this. And it can't be done overnight. It's actually a muscle that has to be built over time, and you have to practice. So, first thing I want to share with you is that strong presentations, or being able to communicate with your voice and doing so in an effective, engaging way, is directly aligned to any sort of leadership success or business success. Because if you aren't able to convey the mission, the vision of your organization that you work with, or the next task, or where you're going to show up in the next year for your business, or be able to sell and share the story and message about the products and services that you provide, my friend, it's going to be very difficult for you to reach your long-term goals of what it is that you desire. So when we get to a place of prioritizing our presentation skills, it will help us to be able to get and attain our goals quicker. The other key point that I want to share is that when we start thinking about our presentation skills rather than a chore, but actually something that can make a lasting impact, we also start thinking in a more deep, empathetic way. Because when we share our voice, when we're sharing our message, when we're presenting, we can create environments of psychological safety. And in the wrong hands, you can create an environment that is not psychologically safe for people who are listening. And this is important because anytime that we're sharing our knowledge or the things that we do in our specific business, when we're sharing inside of a corporate environment, we want to foster open communication, because at the end of our presentation, whether we're working on one particular goal that's related to the corporate or even the business, we want them to take action, whatever that action may be. And the only way we can get an audience member to head towards the goals that we hope to achieve is by fostering an environment for open communication. And so, avoiding shame oriented language, even promoting empathy, these are things that are developed when you start refining your presentation skills. And so I have learned that through my own experience with being in education, with me working in public health, working with marginalized populations that were dealing with difficult challenges in their own personal lives. I've learned how to speak and be able to teach in a trauma-informed way. And that's something that's often a missing piece for most of us who are looking to just say, I just want to get my message out there. But we fail to realize that the only way your message can have a deeper impact is if you foster an environment for open communication, which requires us to have more clarity and structure about what it is that we're saying, and to think about how we're sharing our message in a way that makes the most sense for the audience member. Because at the end of the day, it's not about us, right? It's not about me as a speaker. It's really about the people who are hearing my message on the other end. The other critical piece that I want to share when it comes to why leaders need to refine their presentation skills is they have to get to a place of mastering storytelling. If you take a moment and just think about your favorite book, or if you take the moment to think about your favorite movie, a lot of them that tend to show up in your mind and your heart and bring fond memories are associated not with every statistics that was shared, not with every song that was played. It was because of how the story was told. So storytelling will help you as a leader to convey your mission and your vision more effectively. And if you're a business owner that has a brand, it will allow you to effectively sell your product and services in a way that makes sense to your business or organization's bottom line. So being authentically who you are, having clarity, having structure, all of those things are super critical. And I've seen that with me working in a clinical setting in public health, then moving on to becoming a college educator and teaching full-time in a program, to me actually having the guts and courage to start my own consulting agency with the current one that I have today. All of those things required me to show up in different ways and to look at storytelling very differently than what you would imagine. And so when we are thinking about our own presentation skills, I want you to think about, how are you elevating your executive presence, right? Your professional reputation, your brand's reputation. When you enter rooms, when you speak and when you share, are you leaving a lasting impression where people are interested in learning more about you and in helping themselves through whatever problem you particularly solve? And for those who may be in a corporate environment, are you looking to get into your next promotion? Are you in a place right now where you want to share more of the mission and the vision of your organization so that there's more awareness? Or you want to be able to retain your employees because now you are able to effectively communicate with them and get them on board to the organizational goals that you have. So I want to take this moment to just invite each of you. I will be in Greensboro, June 28th, and we're going to be hosting a presentation skills workshop. It is meant to cover a lot of what I've discussed today, but most importantly, to give you some practice time to refine your own presentation skills. Now, many of you know I have worked as a consultant. I have done incredible work with my own speaking and training. My time is very valuable and often requires 4 to 5 figure investments or more. And this opportunity that you have to spend with me is not going to be a bait and switch, but rather a moment for you to hear from an international speaker, a global speaker consultant, a former college educator that looks through the lens of trauma, but most importantly, adult learning theory and educational methodology on how to be more effective presentation, give more effective presentation skills, and to make sure that it lands to a place where it leads to the outcome that you desire. So June 28th, I'm going to be hosting a 3-hour workshop, and it's going to be incredible. I know for sure we're going to sell out because this gives you exactly the information that you need to construct stronger presentations, to practice the skills, and also to develop some of the techniques that will allow you to leave an engaging experience, but most importantly, a memorable one. So the information to join us June 28th for 3 hours and an incredible workshop with myself is found at jasminehaley.com/public speaking, or you can simply click the link that's here in this video. So I want to thank you all for the time to just chit chat with you on why we as leaders need to refine our presentation skills. This is an necessary skill that I often will recommend that you don't wait to the last minute. We already know that many of us fear public speaking, and the thought of public speaking will make us nervous. And waiting to the last minute can up the ante in our stress and cortisol levels, which would make us even less effective in our delivery. So during our time, I'm going to make sure I share with you some scientific reasons why waiting till last minute doesn't really work for us, okay? Especially if you're refining this muscle. But most importantly, what are the tips and strategies? Because if you want to leverage public speaking, whether in your corporate environment, if you want to leverage public speaking for your business or brands, my friends, you have to wow individuals so that you can get called back over and over and over again. And the only way we do that is by practicing and having others hear our message so that we understand the information, but most importantly, they understand, they resonate with your information, they want to move forward with whatever the outcome it is that you want to achieve at the conclusion of your presentation. So I want to invite you again, June 28th. And for those of you that are like, you know what, I got my presentation skills on lock. I don't need any additional help. I just really need to learn the business strategy of speaking and training. Well, we have something for that. And that's our conference that takes place October 2nd through the 4th in Atlanta. So if you know that you need support on the business side, the systems, the strategy, the refinement that's needed to make it sustainable, that's our October 2nd through 4th conference that takes place in Atlanta. And you can head to jasminehaley.com/conference. But for those of you that know that you want to strengthen this muscle, I continuously practice my speaking, and especially extemporaneous speaking, which is important for me to not be glued to any sort of notes. But if you know that you want to practice that, every single professional speaker that I know, it's something that they continuously do. I am someone that is always continuously looking to improve. And if there's something you desire to leverage, this is definitely the place that you need to be. So I hope to see y'all there. Share it with a friend. We'll be in Greensboro for 3 hours for this incredible workshop. And I'll let you know if we'll host others. I've got quite a bit of different requests from some presentations that I've done recently here locally. So we're going to try again in North Carolina and a chance to hang out with our peeps. All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you have anything else you want to share, or what are other benefits that you've seen in your business or in your corporate position, feel free. Share it in the chat. All right, y'all. See ya.